and just to help as much as possible. I mean, I will speak with everybody.
Something happens to you, you go through a bad time, and a lot of people go, oh, why me, why me?
But if you stay positive and if you stay focused, there's nothing that can stop.
You've got to be successful, you've got to track the success. So Valentin, welcome back.
See you again.
It's a pleasure to have you on the podcast again.
Thank you, appreciate it.
So we had the original podcast, which was a few weeks ago.
But we had really good feedback actually.
So much good feedback, which was really nice. Loads of comments, loads of likes. So look, we thought we'd do another one, didn't we?
Yeah, we did really good.
Yeah, I enjoyed the last one. I hope we brought loads of value to the people that watched. I believe we did from the feedback we got. But look, it's 2023.
Yeah.
We're starting this year. It's already started with a bit of a bang. A lot happening in the real estate space.
Oh yes.
So look, let's start off. What I want to start off with you is what are your goals for 2023, Valentin?
My goals for 2023 is to triple my work from my last year, just because, well, obviously it's 2023 now. It's January, mid-January, and I already had sale agreed, and we are just about to exchange it completely on a really big property.
Amazing! Congratulations, by the way.
Thank you very much. And yeah, we are starting really well. There's some big properties that are coming to the market as well, and I'm really looking forward for it.
Amazing, dude.
What about yourself?
Yeah, no, well, congratulations first of all, because that's really great to get a sale agreed and then the exchange is up and coming. So that's amazing, my man. And to be fair, I'm actually in the same boat. So as you know, we've got a sale agreed, the £2.5 million house, which has been really interesting with the vendor, with the buyer. So we're just waiting for the exchange and completion now as well.
Yep, congratulations on that. Congratulations.
Cheers, thank you. So look, we've both started this year off to quite a big bang, and I know that this year is going to be phenomenal for both of us. So what you say you're going to do a lot more, you want to do 3 times the numbers. What's your plan of action to do that, Valentin?
My plan to action is you cannot start something without a plan, first of all. And you have to have a vision where you want to be. And where I want to be is firstly to clear my parents' debt this year and to achieve some financially freedom, to be honest with you. And yes, my plan is to prospect 3 times more,
nice.
Or even not 3 times, 10 times more.
Yeah, I like it, man, I like it.
10 times more, and just to help as much as possible. I mean, I will speak with everybody, I will try to help as much as people as possible, and yes, I will not give up.
Amazing. I like that. And I think we talked a bit about this earlier. It's about attitude. Yeah. Like, you can't really teach someone attitude. You know, people come in and they say, well, I've got this skill set and I've got this skill set and I've got this CV. All right, fine, but what's your attitude? Yeah. And one thing about you, and spending a lot of time with you, is I know that your attitude is that I'll do whatever it takes. Like, you can't really teach that someone, you know, you've got that. So I'm looking forward to seeing your results this year, because I know that's going to be phenomenal, and to work 10 times harder. I know you work hard anyway, and I know you do a lot, but it's going to be phenomenal to see you do even more. So off the back end of that, obviously, you know, we talk about business, we talk about real estate, we talk about mindset. What about I mean, what you just said a moment ago with your family? I think it's really nice to clear off the debts, you know, because family comes first, right? I know you and I share that, the same ethos, if you like. But what about other people? Like, I know there's a lot of people from comments from before that were saying, oh, your story was phenomenal, how obviously where you started and where you are now. What about what we talked about earlier about giving back to people? What's your sort of plans to give back to help other people as well?
To be honest, to help people is, I don't expect much in return. I don't expect anything in return, actually. It's regarding real estate. When we are selling houses, I'm not too bothered with or commission, to be honest. Yes, we will get paid, but I will have more satisfaction, to be honest, when I have this sale agreed and I delivered a good job to my clients.
Of course.
And that's the most important thing for me, firstly. And yes, I'm not expecting much from people. I'm just trying to provide as much as possible to my clients and my friends and my family, to everybody. And yes, I believe when you're doing good things, just the universe is watching, and it's gonna come to you.
Yeah, 100%. It's so true. It's like we talk a lot about this. What you put out is what comes back.
Exactly.
And if you're putting out good energy and you're doing good vibes, you're helping people, you know, especially when it comes to clients. And I think that's the key. I think a lot of people think that real estate is easy. I know we talked about this a bit before, and it's like
not.
Real estate is not necessarily easy. I would say it's somewhat simple, but not necessarily easy. And I say that, and what I mean by that is the process. You and I know the process very, very well. Things can fall out of line very easy in the real estate side. You know, we know what it's like. You know, you can have a sale agreed. You can think, brilliant, this is fantastic, this is happening now, and then things can happen down that line during that sales progression.
Oh, this sales progression is really, really headache, to be honest. But that's the good thing, because we have the right people behind us who are helping us in every single situation, and they're giving us advices how to basically exchange and complete and to provide the best services.
Of course. So Valentin, tell me, so we on podcasts we all talk about the positives, we talk about the great stuff. Tell me a bit about some of the properties that you've had where they've been difficult or they fell through or anything like that, so the viewers can understand, because they see Instagram, they see all the
everything
good stuff,
flashy.
yeah, and it's like, but look, there's a world behind that where the things that, you know, you get a sale agreed and it falls through. So tell me a bit about some of the experiences you've had.
Oh, the experiences I had few selling fall through last year, and it was kind of disappointing, to be honest, because there's a big commissions there. Yes, I mentioned before that I'm not about the money.
So yeah, so look, so essentially what I was thinking was I want to show people, I want people to see the side that they don't see, because everyone on Instagram obviously they just don't really see it. So it's just understanding like your experience, isn't it, from getting a sale agreed to say that sale falls through, and what you've learned from that.
What I learned from that is you need to stay strong and don't be disappointed, because yes, if this sale falls through, sometimes it's small things that are out of your control, and you need to take it as a lesson, to be honest, and just learn about, think about why this happened and see if this was out of your control or you did something wrong, so you can improve next time and do this process correctly.
Yeah, of course. I think that's the key. What you're saying there is, it's like, I think there's somewhat of a resilience in life. I think that something happens to you, you go through a bad time, and a lot of people go, oh, why me? And it's like, that's not the case, exactly what you're saying.
Putting you down, and you will start thinking, I might leave or something like that. But no, just don't focus on the bad stuff.
Exactly. Everything is what you focus on and what you put your energy into. If you're going to put your energy into the positive, into, you know what, this has happened for a reason, I'm going to find that reason, and you know what, there has to be a positive within it somewhere down the line. It might be in a week or 2 or 3, you might go, do you know what, I'm glad I didn't get that, because actually X, Y, Z could have happened. But there's always a positive somewhere, but you've got to search for it.
Yeah, you have to search for it, and you just need to stay focused and carry on.
Yeah.
Because to be honest, real estate is a numbers game.
Of course.
Yes, there's so many deals that they're falling through, but if you have more, and if so few fall through, you still have the rest. And
that's the key. You've always got to have more, isn't it? And that's what we talk a lot about this. It's like, if you've got one deal, that's your biggest problem.
Yep.
Because if one deal falls through and you've only got one deal, you've got no deals.
That's it.
Exactly. Whereas if you've got 4, 5, 6, 10 deals and 2 fall through, yes, that's not great, it's not ideal, but you've still got another 8 to go.
Exactly.
So it's like, we have that sometimes with the market appraisals, don't we, where we book the market appraisals with the potential client, the prospective client, and it might be that something happens on the day, or I've had it before, we've booked a market appraisal and the client's rang me the night before and gone, I'm so sorry, my husband needs to go to hospital, so I can't do that now. And I'm like, oh, I'm so sorry for you, that's not very nice. But now again, as you said, it's a numbers game. That's a potential client that I'm not going to see that day. I might not see them for a week or 2 or 3 because the husband's in hospital.
Yes, but sorry to interrupt you, there might be some reason. Yes, this is bad thing to happen. The husband goes to the hospital, or whatever reason happens, and this market appraisal is cancelled. But the next day, I promise you, something better is going to happen.
Exactly, yeah. But
something better is going to happen.
Yeah, because you've got the mindset, the positive mindset, you'll find the good or the bad in anything. Yeah. But like you said, focus the energy on the good, and you'll find the good.
that's the thing.
Yeah, for sure. So no, mate, that's really good. Thanks for sharing that, Valentin, because that's a side that a lot of people see. Not a lot of people see that side of real estate.
I mean, there's a lot of struggles, to be honest, with real estate. It's really, really hard job, and there's a lot of things that they're out of your control.
Of course.
But if you stay positive and if you stay focused, there's nothing that can stop you.
Yeah, so true, man. It's again, it's attitude, it's that mindset, and it's like, how do you teach people that? This is what I'm trying to understand. I'm like, can you teach people attitude? Can you do that? Like, what do you think to that?
It becomes with practice, and if you're really focused and you want to do it, it's gonna happen. But you need to put the work.
Of course. And do you think that with that, like, because some people are going to get pushed around once or twice, something bad might happen as such. Do you think that it, just by continually keeping that mindset, no matter what, and doing whatever it takes, do you think that is the key to that?
On a daily basis, everybody have bad moments, and all the time something bad can happen. We are not like secured.
Yeah.
But if you're focused on the positive side of the things, and if you're thinking big, and if you have big goals, and you're just hustling every single day, all good things are gonna happen to you.
You're right, man. So true.
You attract the good stuff.
Yeah, I love that. And we talk about the law of attraction. I know a lot of people sometimes go, the law of attraction, this sort of like fairy thing. It's not like that. It's true. It's like, you've got to be successful, you've got to track the success. Success is not just going to come with you. You've got to align with the success, and that's my fundamental belief. And it's like, people said to me, how do I become successful? You need to become successful by becoming an attractive person to success. And you do that by, in my opinion, I would advise looking at someone that's doing what you want to do, and following them and seeing what they do. What do they do well? What don't they do so well? What can you improve? And before you know it, you start doing the things that a successful person does. You then become a successful person.
Yes, but firstly, you need to change your mindset, and just to, like I said before in our previous podcast, ask yourself what you want to do in your life and how you're gonna achieve it.
Yes.
Everything starts when you change your mindset, and when you believe in yourself, you can achieve everything.
Yeah, I agree. It's so true, man. So this year's going to be really exciting. I'm already gassed for you. There's a lot happening. So what else have you got going on in your life? Like, I know we're talking business here, but what else have you got? Like family life? Have you got anything planned with your family or anything like that?
For me personally, there's not gonna be any vacations or any rest this year.
Okay.
I want to push really hard this year and to change my life and my family's life completely. And I can guarantee you now, by mid of this year, my parents are going to be retired.
Wow, amazing. This is big stuff. I'd love to hear it. You said it here first. Guys, remember this. This is a man that when he says something, he does it. So no, I love that, man. I think that, family, as we both said, is so key to us. And I think that's the driver for me as well, man. Like, it's all good going out there and doing all these things next Wednesday and putting in the work every day, but it's like, what's the reason? Like, what's your why? And I know yours is family as well. But what aside from that, what is your biggest driving factor?
To be honest, it's again my family, just because they gave me everything. Till was born, and till now they gave me everything. They provided everything for me, and they looked after me. And it's not like I'm in debt, but I want to give them in return even more, and I want to provide for them with everything they want. I know for a fact that their dream is to travel the world, so I want to give them I want to give them this.
Yes, of course.
Travel the world and just to have healthy and positive life.
And you hit a good subject that's healthy, and positive. And it's like, I think at our age and people younger and stuff, it's like you don't think about health, but at this age, but actually it's really good to think about that, because health is a long-term thing. We're in our bodies for a long time, 80, 90 years or something like this, so health is key. And I definitely didn't have a good, healthy sort of relationship with myself when I was younger. In my 20s, I worked so hard that pushed to exhaustion. But, you learn from that, and I don't think that's a bad thing. I think it's good to know your boundaries, good to know your limits.
That's true. Well, obviously I'm young.
Yeah.
And I will learn this maybe later because
of course.
I'm putting more of the work now.
Yeah, of course.
But we'll see. Yes, I'll take this advice.
Yeah, it's true. Like, you know, I think Joe Rogan says, doesn't it? Jordan Peterson. So he says in your 20s, you should absolutely push yourself. You know, you should become a monster, but then learn how to control it.
Exactly. I love this. Yeah. I love this saying, and this is 100% true.
This is it, man. So yeah, mate, listen, I've really enjoyed the chat today, Valentin. I know there's gonna be more podcasts. There's gonna be so much more coming from us. Is there anything, a bit of advice that you would give to anybody that's listening right now that they can take away and they can dwell on and they can go, do you know what, actually, Valentin, that's a really good bit of advice that I take home for the viewers?
All right, it's 2023. We just start this year and we have plenty of time till the end, but set yourself a goal. Create a plan how to achieve what you want, and take the action and execute it until you achieve it. Yeah. I mean, no matter what, if you have bad moments, yes, everybody have bad moments.
Of course.
Don't focus on them. Just your drive needs to be your dream and what you want to become. And by doing the necessary steps, you'll be successful until you achieve everything.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Valentin. I really appreciate that. Thanks to the podcast. And look, guys, I hope that you've taken some value from that, and we'll keep these coming. There'll be some more very, very soon.
Yep.
Thank you very
guys.
much. Cheers,
looking
Valentin.
forward to it.
Cheers.